Hey y'all, we are live, but please give me a minute. Hey guys, we are live, but please give me a minute, okay? I was washing clothes. I'm human around here. I'm just a regular smegular, y'all, and I had to go down in the basement and get my clothes out the washing machine. And here I am, but hopefully we don't stay too long. You guys are watching ReligionWinked TV. Bear with me, bear with me. And my spiritual ears stay. All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to talk about a few things, trending news, such as Chicago needs to shut up because the mayor says stay in the house. There's an advisory going on there. There's a teen missing I believe it was Florida, and I'll tell you what the sheriffs have to say about that. There's also Trump advisor, Corey somebody, who caught the C-19 virus. And we have murder over breakfast. We have the man who basically killed the mother, his girlfriend, her mother and sister, because she would not cook breakfast and because she would not do his hair. And we have one other story where Pastor Carl Lentz told a damn lie. Now, with that being said, guys, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, please. I appreciate it if you guys can do that for me. Go ahead. All right. Guys, we're going to get into some news. Thank you to the one person in the chat. We're going to talk about the advisory with Chicago. We're going to talk about the missing teen who was lynched, I believe, down in Florida, and what the police and sheriffs have to say about that. We're going to talk about Pastor Lentz who told a lie. We're going to talk about murder over breakfast, how a young man out in Chicago, I believe, killed his girlfriend, murdered his girlfriend and the white sister and the mother. So if you guys are interested in this, by all means, please come on over. Let me go ahead and pull up some information. Why doesn't it come up? There we go. I got it. Yes. All right, guys. We got it. We in there. Hey, there we go. I love this little beat. What do you guys think? For the news, right? I mean, because news can be depressing. It can be sad. It can be full of dung and BS, as we all know. But hopefully we'll get into, some good vibes here, okay? Get your popcorn out, guys, because it's very interesting. The mayor of Chicago just called a shut up for Chicago, an advisory. I guess the coronavirus is picking back up in Chicago. I told you guys in Texas there's over 1 million cases. That's why I stay on the porch, y'all. I stay home and mind my business. I'm even trying to find an at-home, work-from-home, remote job right now. I told you guys I'm an LPN, licensed by the state of New York, but it's something about the healthcare industry and the government, like the advisor to Trump has COVID. We're going to talk about that. These people are spreading it, man, and I don't trust them. It's not fear. It's just that people are careless. I've been telling y'all, use universal precaution. Treat everybody like they got AIDS, C. diff, something in their bloodstream that can affect you, even your family and friends. because those are the ones going out having a good time coming back to you, and next thing you know, you and your household supposed to be serving the Lord, but y'all all serving penicillin and the doctors and whatever else can cure COVID shit at this point in time, right? So let's talk about it. I'm gonna let this song play through. This morning I did a video, and I'm looking at that video like this right now, baby, because that video was pretty informative. It was the Breakfast Lounge. And in that video, we talked about Kamala Harris, and her talking to too often overlooked black women. We talked about Keke Palmer. Let's just go. I got some of the things we talked about in this last video. I can scroll through. We talked about Kamala Harris. We talked about veterans, and is America gonna ever fight for its loved ones like our loved ones have fought and died for America? It's just a question your black leaders won't ask American politicians, but I will. We talked about Chance the Rapper. We talked about Kiki with her afro. It's funny how she gets with a white man and now she goes natural, but the whole time she wasn't with this white man, she was out here doing the Peruvian, Brazilian look as well. And will you buy vegan from Burger King, McDonald's, and Taco Bell? We talked about it all. We talked about a lot this morning. Would you let a man take you to Target and buy you all that you can, no matter how much it costs? You want to know what I said? Go watch the video prior to this one. We also talked about Meg Thee Stallion going to be on the American Music Awards. That will be November 22nd at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We talked about Kevin Hart and his Zero F's Given. He's going to be on Netflix on November 17th. We covered a lot, guys. So this is the article here where Kiki pretty much is talking about food stamps and how she hoped people could eat healthy for free, and how basically she was putting down, poor people, black and white, for being on food stamps, literally, allegedly. Anyway, Keke Palmer responds to blowback over food stamps comments as well. They went in on her ass. So, now, what we're going to get in today, we're going to talk about murder over breakfast and how this guy right here killed his girlfriend, her mother, and her sister because one report said that she didn't want to cook him breakfast. She wasn't feeling well. And the same report I read said later on he came to her and asked her to do his hair, and she said no, she wasn't feeling well, and he killed them. Demonic. So we're also going to talk about Carl Lentz, the lying pastor. And I'm not saying allegedly here, because I've been telling you damn people, the church ain't nothing but goddamn lies right now. And y'all can hate on me, y'all can unsub, y'all can do what you want to do. I'm not here to sugarcoat, powder, pamper none of our hurt feelings and emotional abuse from America, whether it's politics or the church. You got to figure, politics been lying and doing us wrong, and so haven't the church. We're like caught in the middle. I'm tired of being caught in the middle. These are some lying ass people. If he lied to this girl to get in her drawers, excuse me, what the hell he lied to y'all about on the pulpit? I just want to know. To those of you who still down with white Jesus, the white church concept, what have these pastors, black or white, been lying to you on the pulpit about? If they're out here lying about not being a pastor, first of all, he couldn't even admit to being, we got to get into this. He couldn't even admit to being a pastor, y'all. Lying, saying he's a sports agent, slept with this girl here reigning for 5 months, and then pretty much got exposed sometime this past week. Lying ass pastors. I can't wait to get to that story. And then here we go again. A lot of people around the internet is talking about hair. And this morning in that video I showed y'all how y'all could go on AliExpress, get bundles for $8.50. up to, the hundreds, 200s, depending on how length or whatever. I read you multiple reviews on how well the hair is, how the delivery is set up. Shipment comes on time. One lady said, there was some issues with shipment because of C19, but pretty much the hair is soft. It doesn't have any smell. It measures to length, and it's good quality hair. So you guys can go check out AliExpress if you need hair. If you want to save your own money, do your own hair, whatever it is. Like yesterday, I did my own nails. And I'll show you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll come on camera. But I sat here and did my own nails with the powder, with the acrylic, cut them down to the size I want. And they're pretty sturdy. So a lot of women are getting into doing their own thing for them own selves. So if you're into doing your own hair, here we go again. AliExpress, baby. You can get over there and get all the bundles you want, okay? So now, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot issues a stay-at-home advisory, but it isn't in order. So she issues an advisory, but it's not yet in order. We're going to get into reading all the articles that we're showing. Trump's advisor, Corey Lewandowski, tests positive for the old Rona. I told you these people are the ones spreading the shit. Shut down the White House, shut down a lot of these hospitals and doctor's office that was open throughout the whole pandemic, and let's start fresh. Everybody just stay home for 14 days. Take a deep breath. And maybe by that time, America will fall and be ready to rise again the way God wants it to rise, with the right rulers and leaders. I'm just saying, y'all out here voting. This is Trump's advisor voting for people to be in the White House, and they can't even be honest about who got COVID down there and who don't. And I told you, when Trump came out and said he had COVID, he was just trying to win some votes. He was trying to get a sympathy vote. Moving right along. Now, this story here is going to be a little touchy for some, but the sheriff's office and police refused to send Amber Alert and downplayed the case of a missing black teen who came up Lentz, y'all. I believe we're going to start off with this. I don't know how I have it set up, but I'm just trying to tie the last video to this video. But if Quay Wan was a 15-year-old white female, the quote says here, they would have turned the city upside down for her, an activist says. So we're going to get into that. And, of course, this is going to be my thumbnail for this video because Pastor Lion Carl Lentz and this I think his name is Matthews or Madison or something. But this guy right here ain't nothing but the damn devil. You got pastors lying in damn church. And you got this young man out here killing somebody. Get up and cook your own goddamn breakfast. Who the hell you think you are to take 3 people's lives because you couldn't get 2 eggs and 2 slices of bacon and a damn pancake, allegedly? I don't know what he wanted for breakfast. How the hell you murder somebody over breakfast? And we're going to get into these stories, okay? So you guys, you can go back and check out that video. And let's go ahead and start with this article. Excuse me, I believe it's in order. I'm trying a new format here. Let's see. No, let's start with the teen. Let's start with the teen, okay? Let's start with the team. Let's start here, okay? So let me find my notes, guys. Let me come down from here. 1 second. Bear with me. Shout out to the one person in the chat. I appreciate you. Share my video. Like my video. I mean, you do it for everybody else on YouTube, for the love of God. Shit, what's wrong with doing it for me? Because I ain't wild. I ain't into no problems with nobody. I just come on here, do my commentary, and get the hell off. Because I roll dolo over here. Because I don't cape for nobody on these YouTube streets. What is it? If you don't like me, stay away from me. Don't hang out in my bushes. I know I hang out in people's bushes, but I tried dropping down. And the worst thing you can do, which never happened to me, is go in somebody's chat. Oh, get the hell out. I seen that shit before. I'm like, who the hell is these people think they can embarrass people like that shit? Like, I don't do embarrassment well, so I stay my ass home. If you guys want to come over here and fellowship, that's fine. Most times we talk about God, but other times we talk about the devil as well. Because it seems like the devil is on the rise, and we got to bind these spirits in the earth so the Lord could bind these spirits in heaven. That's all I got to say about that. So let me go ahead and find my article. Let me pull up my article with the little boy, young man here. It's ridiculous. So basically, it says, you know what? I can't share my screen. Bear with me, guys. I still get nervous coming on live. Shout out to the two people. Not because I'm nervous and a weak person. When you're trying to talk and navigate StreamYards and read comments, it could be a little overwhelming sometimes. Like I said, I'm never in a rush. The Bible says slow to speak, slow to listen. No, quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. So I'm not a fast talking New York City scammer over here where I say so much lies y'all don't even pay attention to what the hell coming out my damn mouth. Now, don't do that now. Don't put the pressure on me. Don't rush nobody. Let people come on here, do their program the way that they set it up to do. And I'm human. I make mistakes. But I want to show you guys the actual article. Bear with me. Let me go here and share my screen. Because when you're trying to multitask, it's like you can get confused. But I want you to see what the young fella looks like here. Family, this just happened today, I believe. I was scrolling, looking for local news to come report to you guys because I know you guys are just interested in content creators. For the love of God, all of them been on YouTube for 3 years, just as long as me, and I probably been longer than them. But where's the real accomplishment other than talking about what goes on day to day, which is gossip? I don't understand it. I came on YouTube with 12 books under my belt. I came on YouTube with a degree in business. I came on YouTube with a nursing license. I came on YouTube with what? Oh, the only thing I think I created while I was on YouTube was some t-shirts in a boutique over on teesprings.com. I'm putting that work in. I'm growing over here naturally, organically. Yeah, I talk my shit about certain things I see that go on YouTube, but I'm not disrespectful with it to where it'll lead to a beef. If you can't take people just like me, if I can't take people speaking on me, why do I put out the fact that I had colon surgery on August 14th? Trying to help somebody go get a colonoscopy. Maybe you got polyps up your ass. Let's talk about that. I told you, I'll get on here and talk about me before I talk about another regular smegular like me. But I know when I talk about me, all I could do is give thanks to God for everything he brought me through. Everything I'm going to. All right, so I don't understand it with subscribers and viewers, and I'll never understand why y'all are so caught up in the ghetto, in the hood, in the mentality of ratchetness here on YouTube. It's a platform for all of us to grow and be better than we were when we got on here. But yeah, y'all out there picking on damn Fi Babe. Lord, at least she started a damn business. What the hell y'all doing? And I know she probably don't care for me that much, but right is right, wrong is wrong. Whether it's legitimate or you think it's not, here we go again. Nobody can never do nothing on YouTube without y'all trying to sabotage it. Without y'all trying to make somebody look bad. People do enough on their own to make themselves look bad. All you got to do is sit back and watch the shit unfold. Why can't people grow? You got on YouTube to grow, but this one sector don't want nobody to grow. And then the only way you're allowed to grow is, I heard you have to be doxxed, or I heard you, shit, I've been doxxed on YouTube before, and you don't see me in the street windmilling. Fuck out of here. Because vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. The person that doxed me ended up doing something on her own accord and got herself in trouble. All you got to do is sit back and wait and see the salvation of the Lord. Nobody want to see nobody go to jail. But if you're out here doing wrong to God's people for no reason, God's going to defend it. And I didn't have to lift a finger. I didn't have to meet nobody at IHOP. I didn't have to seduce nobody to get there. And I damn sure didn't have to put my hands on nobody in order to get my vengeance. And like I said, to the person I'm talking about, I have no problem with VS. I love VS, but VS doxed me. Probably other people have too, but I didn't respond to them. I responded to VS because I cared about her as a content creator. And being 53 and she was like 38 at the time, let me show you what my 28-year-old daughter and you got in common. And I sat for 10 hours, the longest live I ever did on YouTube. And I talked to this woman. Not like she was my child, but like another grown woman who got her own children. Okay, like, I don't get it. So, that's it. I had to get that off my chest, y'all. Bear with me. Because it's not frustrating, but it's sickening to see all these people make all this money, have all this clout, chasing fame. Where are you leading God's people? Where are you going to be in another 3 years on YouTube? I told you when I got on here, Google AdSense could pay me. I wanted to raise $8,000 for a nursing agency that I already incorporated, that I already have the paperwork to, the IEN number. I already have nurses to go for me, but I need the insurance to cover. It's 4 or 5 different types of insurance I need in order to get started. My dream haven't gone away because my numbers haven't grew. I'm still on here doing the same thing. My thought process have not wavered. I got on here with the intentions of helping people just by looking at my life and seeing what God has brought me through. Not to hurt you with lies and deceptions and all kinds of, illegitimate businesses and shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I know I'm not doing it. And I'm not here to speak bad against nobody that YouTube think is doing it. Let people live, for God's sakes. Whew. Unlike these damn sheriffs and these damn police officers who refused to send Amber Alerts out and downplayed the case of a missing black teen. Now, this missing black teen, I believe, is 15 years old. If Quay Wan was a 15-year-old white female, they would have turned the city upside down for her. An activist says, "This is Bobby. I believe this is the young man who came up lynched down. I believe it was in New Orleans, excuse me. NOLA News. Can you know about this? Y'all know about this? Who else from New Orleans? Lex Max. I know Lex Max is going to put it up on her community wall. Lex Max TV. She posts a lot of missing and found people, children and adults, on her community wall. So you may see this over on her community wall. She's faithful with doing that. There was a situation where a content creator daughter allegedly came up missing a couple of weeks ago. And when all of that was going on, I looked on her page and she was posting, exploited and missing children and or adults. So I'm sure she's going to cover this on her page, being from New Orleans. And it's my prayer that this young man, I know, had family, but I pray it's not any of the content creators who are on YouTube in in the B sector from New Orleans. I believe it's Kay Summers, Ken Nola News. I believe Miss Lady Nika is down there. I believe maybe Mimi checking fake holes. Lex Max is in New Orleans. There's a lot of people from New Orleans that is on YouTube. Oh, YouTube, Black YouTube Unlocked. She's from New Orleans, so maybe they'll come live and cover this case right here and give you more information than I have or that I'm about to give you. But when it came across my desk, I felt it was only right to cover it. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you. I'll give you the article link so you can read most of it yourself. But for WWL, this looks like a CBS logo. Let's see. It's not really showing me who wrote the article so far. We got Asuma Ayad, and it was published November 11, 2020. New Orleans, family members of a 15-year-old boy whose body was found in the sugarcane field in Iberia Parish says sheriff's deputies and police officers refused to send out an Amber Alert and downplayed reports of him being missing. A report the New Orleans Advocate, the Times Picayune said, and right off the heels of voting for these white supremacists, I told you they was going to come back and kill your people. I told you was going to put them in the house and their reward was going to be a death. I told you somebody was going to end up dead after this election. Y'all don't believe people, though. They don't mean you no good. Biden-elect, Trump ex-president, they could go down here and talk to these sheriffs and these officers, and I don't know how much punishment you could give out for not putting out the Amber Alert, but they could definitely fire them for not treating black people equally like they would treat a little 15-year-old white girl if it was her. I'm just saying. Nip this shit in the bud, y'all. Sheriffs and police officers is downplaying the fact that a young black man got lynched in a freaking cane field. Ain't y'all tired of this shit? Quay Wan, nicknamed Bobby Charles, was reported missing after he was last seen on October 30th, for the love of God, leaving home without permission with a 17-year-old friend and that friend's mother. The New Orleans Advocate, the Times Picayune, reported on Tuesday. I'm very fair. Children, don't be leaving home without your permission. I used to be a runaway child. My mama couldn't find me. I was right in the same city. I was hiding out on her. But thank God I never came up missing. You can't be leaving home nowadays without nobody knowing where you are. My daughter is 28 years old, and for the love of God, sometimes she had other people babysit my grandchildren. At least you could let me know where they are and who babysitting them. Have a phone number or something in case something happened to you. We're not thinking in these last days, people. We are out here letting the devil get the best of us. And I don't care if this young man was with another 17-year-old and a mother. That mother should have said, your mom know where you are? Call your mother. Let your mother know where you are. Make me think the boy and the mama might have took him off somewhere and let something happen to him. I'm just a legend here. I get a little conspiratorial over here with some theories. But ain't no way in hell a child is coming with me at any age. Well, will your mother know? Call your mother and let your mother know. What's your mother's phone number? We not doing it. So I feel bad for this young man. But I also feel bad for his parents, his mother as well. She didn't know he left. And sometimes when you leave, things like this can happen to you. And unfortunately, you're going to have some racist ass, sheriffs and officers down in that part of the woods that really don't care about black people downplay this shit. Aren't you tired of them downplaying us and things that happen to us in America? And we just celebrated freaking Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. And I said on Facebook, what's so happy about today when your loved ones fight and die for America, but America will never fight and die for you or the people that love it? America ain't out here fighting for this situation right here. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. The 15-year-old was found dead November 2nd in a cane field near Laraville. The family said Bobby's father wasn't notified until November 3rd, and his mother wasn't notified until November 4th. Mother, how are you not notified until November 4th when your child went missing on October 30th? That's a notification right there, mother. What do you mean you don't know till November 4th? When he didn't come home November 31st and a Halloween, the wickedest day of the year to me. When he didn't come home October All Hallow Eve, you should have knew something. You should have been notified right then. Unless this is a family, kind of like my mom was. She would look for me in the very beginning. When I used to run away from home, keeping it all the way real on this channel, she would come looking for me in the beginning. Then it was like, hell, I'm locking my door, go to bed. She want to be out in them streets, let her be in the streets. Then she stopped losing sleep over me. So maybe that was the case with this family as well. Maybe he'd done this before and mom was like, oh, what the hell, he'll be back. But unfortunately, the young man did not make it back. And the police downplayed it, y'all. The sheriffs downplayed it. Just like the president downplayed George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Aubrey, Rayshon Brooks, and every damn body else that suffered at the hands of the wickedness here in America. So the mama didn't know till November 4th, y'all. Bobby's mother, Roxanne Nelson, told members of the media she was suspicious of a knot on his head, saying she believes he was hit. Suspicious of a knot on his head, saying she believed he was hit. Prior to him coming up missing or after, I'm not sure, guys. He loved me and I loved him, Nelson said. Okay, I believe that. Selena Charles, the victim's cousin, said the family doesn't trust the results from the autopsy that said he drowned, citing a graphic photo of Bobby's body circulating on social media. This is so sickening, y'all. Suspected foul play. The family said they're getting an independent autopsy done. Absolutely. I wouldn't trust at this point in time. It's hard to trust. I just like to say white supremacy. That's that overpowering spirit in America that don't really give a damn about black people and what we go through. So it goes on to say the family began raising funds to pay for the independent autopsy with the GoFundMe. I don't have the GoFundMe, but when I give you the link to this story, I'm going to do that, drop it in the chat in a moment. You guys can click on that link within the story and go over to the GoFundMe. Support the family if you like, okay? And you know what? What do I want to say here? Money does not answer all things, y'all. Money will not be able to bring this young man back. The Bible says money answer all things. I wish it could, and I wish it did. A lot of times when we as black people have situations go on in our lives, first thing we do is super chat somebody some money, cash app them some money, create a GoFundMe. And yes, it's the help for burial because unfortunately, again, a lot of us black people don't have the money to bury our own loved ones. Or in this family's case, they're asking for the GoFundMe to do an extra autopsy, which is understandable. But for the most part, a lot of black people, when we suffer tragedy and loss like this, we're not even prepared to bury our own. The first thing we do is run to social media for help. We got a lot of work to do, family. So Quaywan's face, you can see that is just about gone, Charles told the advocate. The coroner told us that there was no blunt force trauma to the head and no sign of strangulation. But when you look at him, you see something totally different from what the coroner said. Again, who was he last seen with? The 17-year-old boy and his mom? Did they kick him out, put him out at late night, make him go home, walk home by himself? Did they make sure he got back home? No, obviously not. So this, like, to me, those would be the people I would be questioning, like, what happened? Did him and the 17-year-old boy get into a fight? So it goes on to say, and I'm going to wrap it up here. You guys can read the rest of it if you want, because we have other news to cover. The older teen and his mother, the last two people seen with the victim, were white, like most of Bobby's friends, Charles told the advocate. I'm going to leave it there, y'all. I don't know if these were disgruntled Trump supporters who lost or Biden support. I don't know how this man leave home with two white people. Mom don't know he missing until the 4th. Is something strange going on here, y'all? And y'all could talk about it down in the comments, okay? If you like to. I'm going to go ahead and drop this link for y'all to click on so y'all can go ahead over. Shout out to the one person still here with me. I do appreciate you. I'm not your traditional content creator or YouTuber. I mean, I'm trying to give you guys things you really can use that's beneficial to our community. And it's been rejected, but it's okay. It's okay. This too shall come to pass. So this is Bobby. We're going to put Bobby. Nope, we're going to put teen lynched. I'm just going to put it New Orleans, and y'all can go ahead and click on that if you want to. And we're going to move right into the next story, guys. I just had to keep reading because something told me that white people was involved. And the last statement I read on this story, and it's possible to have white friends. I keep telling y'all, my mother is white. Her grandmother is white. My grandfather, her father is black. We have white people in our family, but they're not racist. They're not supremacists. My great-grandmother, Ethel Johnson, I do believe, I did some research before, and I'll do it online with y'all, but I'm thinking that they might have owned some Aboriginals in the early 1800s here in New York State. I know my mother's maiden name, the commissioner of the Department of Social Services where I grew up at, had the same last name as my mother, maiden name as my mother. So it is some people, some white and black people are good, some white and black people are bad. That's that demonic spirit. No one knows, according to the report, what actually happened to this young man. But it's sad to see that the police, of all people, are downplaying it. It's a lynching right after the elections. And I told you these people that was going to be your reward. I told y'all. Y'all don't listen to me though. So let me go ahead. Let me pull up my itinerary here. I got that off with Sir King. If you're going to be growing on YouTube, I heard a Chinese Asian guy say one time, you can't be original on YouTube. He says you have to live. Somebody's baking cakes. You look at what they're doing and do something a little different. I heard Lady Snoop TV say last night that she took a lot of her show, a lot of her what she used in her show from different content creators. And the style that I'm trying to do right now, where We basically are looking at the itinerary is definitely Sir King. And speaking on Sir King, I want to know. I got a question to ask you after this video. I'm gonna come back and ask you a personal question, Sir King, cause I gotta know. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Let me get Trump's advisor out the way. He had came down with COVID-19. Trump advisor Corey Lewandowski tests positive for corona. Now let me come back on screen. Bear with me, guys. I got to click out of that. Share my screen to get the actual report. That way you guys don't think I'm lying over here or anything. Trump advisor. I'm going to be scouring around for news the best I can. I just don't want to sit over here and talk about God, obviously, anymore. I'm going to continue to talk about God, but that's not the only thing I'm going to talk about. I feel I'm a great commentator. I feel I have an opinion. I have a voice. And I'm going to start commentating on things that's in the world, because God forbid if you in church just praising the Lord, but you ain't in the world fighting the devil, something wrong. We got to have balance. God says contend the faith, and the devil is destroying the faith allegedly, or destroying faith in people that should be in people. So I can't sit back and let that happen. So Trump's advisor, Corey Lewandowski, tests positive for coronavirus. I told y'all, these are the people doing it. They created it. They launched it, unleashed it, caught it, and now they want to blame the American people, black people, for being responsible for it to an extent. But it's these people. It's the people wickedness seated in high places that's affecting everybody. Corey Lewandowski, a top Trump campaign advisor who has helped lead efforts to undermine President-elect Joe Biden's victory, has tested positive for corona. Do you think it's his karma? You got an advisor to Trump trying to undermine another president-elect. You think this is his karma? You think Joe Biden? See, Joe Biden, y'all think the DNC about to help y'all. Joe Biden said his first day on office, he got a team all ready to go. He gonna go through here and he say clear up this COVID. But if you know anything about the DNC and Fauci, you know that they have a patent with Bill Gates, and on the patent it says for the coronavirus. Oh, yes, it does. Invention. This shit was invented. I did videos on it. Young Pharaoh did videos on it. There's a patent going around with Bill Gates' name on it that this, and he's the vaccine king. He deal, I don't know how he get in the heads of the politicians. He ain't no damn doctor, but he definitely have a patent with the coronavirus on it. I'm not going to go digging. Y'all could dig that up and research it yourself. DNC, he's down with the Democratic National Committee. He's down with Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci's name is on that patent. They're down with the CCP, Chinese Communist Party over there. They're going around destroying people over for infrastructure and things of that nature. Hear me what I'm saying. Joe Biden get in this White House, you ain't seen nothing yet, people. I'm trying to tell you. So he goes on to say, I feel great. He told CNBC. Lewandowski was recently in Philadelphia, where President Donald Trump's team is mounting court challenges to election officials' vote counting procedures. You know what? They reap what they sow. I don't feel sorry for these people. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. If you commit treason against the American people to help China out, you deserve everything you get at this point in time, as far as I'm concerned. And some of these people are just reaping what they've sown out here. Like I said, this election was crazy to me. You had two grown white European men out there battling with each other, undermining each other, acting like a damn fool, and you want to put them over you as a community when I know damn well our community don't really act like this overall. Maybe certain sectors of YouTube and social media, but overall, well, you got to look at Martin Luther King, Reverend Jesse Jackson, and Al Sharpton. One of them said they stand on the backs of other people to make it where they are. And I'm sure some black leaders have killed off other black leaders just to get to where they are. So I can't really say that, okay? That may happen in our community. But overall, they're not running for presidency, and no, it shouldn't happen. And you can't keep saying, well, we can do it in our community, but they can't do it too. It's bullshit. If people see you do what you do, they're going to try to undermine you and do it even better to you, okay? But again, these people, to me, are wicked. Look at them. Look how that Rona got his ass looking. Make you angry, don't it? Out here caping for some damn body. You in court. Concede the election. If you lost fairly, you lost fairly. Just move along already. This stuff got him angry. He was reportedly also present at a news conference on Saturday at Four Seasons Total and Landscaping without a mask, right? Because his leader Trump told him don't wear no mask, right? Total Landscaping alongside Trump's lawyer Rudy Giuliani and former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. Well, I'm gonna put this link down below. If you guys want to continue reading on, you can. Let me stop right here. Corey Lewandowski, a top Trump campaign advisor who has helped lead efforts to undermine President Joe Biden's victory, has tested positive for the coronavirus. You mess around with Jim Joe Crow, he might have gave that shit to you. Don't play with Jim Joe Crow. I'm trying to tell y'all people, it ain't what you think out here. It's a dog-eat-dog world right now, and these people are going in on each other, right? So here is this. I'm going to put Trump's advisor. No, I'm going to put advisor C19. So you guys, if you go back, watch the replay, you know exactly what it is. Trump's advisor is in the link as advisor C19. You guys can read the article on that. Now, let me stop sharing that. I'm just going to keep moving right along. We're 47 minutes in. We got a couple of more slides to go over here. Bear with me, guys. All right, so we just did Trump's advisor. Let me see if I go back this way. All right, let's get right into Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot issues a stay-at-home advisory, but it is not in order right now, okay? So let's go. Let's get in here. Boop, 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 boop. I know if I share my whole entire screen, I won't have to stop sharing and start sharing again, but I'm learning, guys. Chicago mayor right here issues a C19 stay-at-home advisory. And let's see why. So in the title, when it says Chicago shut up, it means, you know how you have the sick and shut in. Chicago is shut up for right now. Let's see why. They have a stay at home, save lives. And again, just like New York, just like everywhere, people just don't want to adhere to the simplest things. Maybe this could have been over a long time ago, but even in March, the DNC and people kept telling you, Fauci and all these people over the C19 committee, oh, it's going to resurface in October, in the fall. Sure. Just like a rapper knowing his album is going to release, like tonight at 12 o'clock. It's funny how they could tell you when a virus who's supposed to run its own course, they can tell you when the virus is going to drop. How do you know it's going to resurface? Because just like the Spanish flu, just like swine flu and anything else, these people have control of these viruses. Hell, they're making them in the laboratories. They're creating these things to affect the American people. They have a quota. Whether you know it or not, I believe America have a quota to kill so many people yearly. That's just me. I think America has been downplaying its quota that it comes up with. When the flu come out, it's supposed to kill this many people. Unfortunately, coronavirus didn't kill a lot of us back in March, April, May, June, July. So hell, we gotta send out another wave. We gotta start killing people with the knee to the neck. We gotta run into these people's houses looking for the wrong suspect and kill up Breonna Taylor. We just gotta get out here and start killing people. Hence the protests, the riots, and everything else that was instigated through the Black Lives Matter, which isn't really black anymore, but this is their quota. This is their sickness, y'all. So Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot on Thursday announced a plan urging Chicagoans not to leave their homes or have any social gatherings as COVID-19 cases surge across Illinois. Now, we've seen a lot of activity go on social media. People coming from around the world to Chicago to have meets and greets, birthday parties, bus trips, and things of that nation. Same thing with here in New York. People are still going out, but are you wearing your mask? Are you protecting yourself? Are you putting your health first when you go around these people? Are people taking your health into consideration when they come to your city? Some people could be sick, but just to get in your presence, they don't care. They'll come and infect the whole camp just to say they had a good time. Now, it's a rise. It's a rise. The so-called stay-at-home advisory goes into effect Monday at 6 a.m., but it's unclear how City Hall plans to enforce its more stringent request to stem the spread of the novel coronavirus. I wish we could stop the spread of it. The only way we could stop it is to get the American government to stop releasing the shit. I told you, when they kept us home, March and all of that, shut everything down. They should have went into the schools, sanitized everything, did everything they had to do. No, I think because we were home, they had an opportunity to go out and infect everything, spray this stuff, put it where they know people would be touching, and it's just crazy to me. But I think that they went out here and put this coronavirus. Yeah, people can transmit it, absolutely. But I think the government could put it in the air faster than you can transmit it. Trust me. Trust me. All right, so I see Miss Olivia, the Oracle Speaks, is live, you guys. I don't like to, not give people credit. It just came across my desk. If you guys like Olivia, want to go over there and see her live, that's fine. I'm not one of those content creators. Don't be coming over here. Yeah, I know it draws the people away from you, but hell, it is what it is. If we waited till everybody got done going live, some of us would never go live, especially a smaller content creator. So I just get on here and do what I got to do when the spirit moves me to do so, okay? So Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot on Thursday announced a plan urging Chicagoans not to leave their homes. We read that, okay? I'm going down to the third paragraph right now. In a press release, Lightfoot warned Chicagoans that if they did not stay home and avoid unnecessary contact, 1,000 city residents could die from the city's second urge of COVID-19. And that's real, okay? I can read one more paragraph and then I'm going to put the link down below for you guys to go read, do your own research. I'm trying to stimulate your mind here. I want you to go out and check this stuff out for yourself. Yes, it's good you can come to me and get the basic of the story. And I could sit here and read the whole article to you. But I'm giving you enough meat and potatoes for you to understand that people are out in Chicago running rampant. The people are visiting Chicago, probably bringing, the virus with them and things of that nature. If you're like me, you watch things out in the community of any social media site and you see people gathering all around the world still. Hell, me, my sister, my daughter, my 2 grandchildren, my niece and her son, we went out to eat for my birthday, my granddaughter's birthday, and my sister's birthday. October 24th was her birthday. October 15th was my birthday, and the 18th was my granddaughter's birthday. So we got together. We went to the Cheesecake Factory. It was 7 of us, but my nephew, Kayan, he only like 2. So they let us go in, and we had to keep our mask on going through the restaurant. Once we got to our table, we were able to take it off. None of us tested positive for COVID. I told you guys I've been tested twice due to the surgeries, the procedures I had. I had to have a colonoscopy, endoscopy. I got tested, and then I had rectal colon surgery on August 14th and had to get retested for that. So both times came back negative. But I was already social distancing before COVID came around. I don't like the devil. I don't really care for liars. Don't really care for scammers. Don't really care for backbiters. Don't care for troublemakers. Don't care for people who oppress you, white or black. It was just a lifestyle. Like, the less I go around people, not that I'm shallow and in the house or whatever, all my jobs are around people when I'm working. But it was just I didn't go everywhere, go to everybody's house, go, that just not, once I got grown, before 19, I would have been COVID if, just joking. I was COVID before 19. I was everywhere. But now in my older days, no. You got to protect your energy, one. But everybody ain't worthy to come into my circle. I don't need a whole lot of people to be happy. I started realizing this early on in life, and I started falling back from people, especially the devil and his wicked ways. When I started to come into my righteousness, more into God, like I said on Facebook, you can't blame nobody for you loving the devil more than you love God. The only person you could blame is yourself. We can't blame other people out here trying to live right. And I realized a long time ago, the church, people in the church, family, friends, co-workers, full of shit. I started social distancing and breaking myself off from the American traditions of pagan holidays and worshiping this, worshiping Christmas, worshiping Easter. Like, no, I social distanced myself from a lot of stuff, y'all. So let me go ahead and grab this link for you guys right here. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and read this last paragraph to you. To mitigate that risk, Lightfoot and the city public health officials are announcing new guidelines that will encourage Chicagoans to limit the amount of time they spend in public places. And like I said, it's up to each individual. It is the maturity and the respect level you have for, all right, laws. The mayor is putting down a law. It's up to the Chicagoans. It's up to us New Yorkers. It's up to us responsible people around the world to get in the game, take it a little serious, and try to prevent the spread of it. That's it. All right, shout out to the one person. You still there. Like, I got so many gifts over here, so many things, but I don't want to lose my sight or mess up, but I have so many, editing things I could do over here, like the 30-second countdown. I have, Raven Simone rolling her eyes. I have a lot of things. Maybe I'll show you at the end, but when I'm not doing such a big teaching like this, say I'm just talking about the Bible or like one subject is easier, but going through all these different open windows and tabs and shit, I'll get confused real fast. All right, so we're gonna put Chicago advisory. That way on the replay, you guys can go back and definitely, look at each link and see what's what. So that is the link to the Chicago advisory. So guys, I have a cup of coffee here. Shout out to Facebook and YouTube for hanging in there with me. I'm gonna take a 30-second countdown. Let me get a sip of coffee and we'll get to talking again, okay? We covered the young man being lynched in New Orleans. So yeah, the only thing left to get into is these two devils right here. Which one you want to do first? You want to do the lion pastor, or you want to do the brother here who killed 3 people because he couldn't get no damn breakfast or his hair done? Either one is a damn shame, yo. You got past this lion, Pastor Brian over there in Australia. You created these monsters. Y'all know y'all know your church is way too damn big. You cannot monitor all of these damn demons you raising up in the church. All right, so let me go back to let's do Pastor. Let's go ahead and get Pastor Lies out the way. Pastor damn Lies. It was love. Now, why they gotta throw Justin Bieber in this shit? To let us know that Justin Bieber is rolling with a lion-ass pastor. You see how many followers Bieber got? And if Bieber say he connected to him, 9 times out of 10, your followers are going to start to follow as well. Not all the time, but most times. That's why Joe Biden reached down to Cardi B for the black vote. Because if Cardi speak out for Joe Biden, all the other Latinos and black people that support her, upwards of 75 million people on Instagram, will follow Joe Biden and vote for him as well. I mean, that's the trick the devil been using for a pretty long time. All right? But I'm telling you, once you begin to follow the Most High God, you ain't going to be out here lying. You may do like Rahab and lie for God and for the kingdom of God, but you ain't going to be out here lying to get no ass. Lying. He denied he was even a pastor. And don't the Bible say, if you're ashamed of me in front of men, I'm going to be ashamed of you in front of my Father? So this man is at risk of God shaming him on Judgment Day. He didn't have to lie to Rainin, the young lady on the screen here, to be in a 5-month relationship with her. And we're going to get into the story. But Pastor Lentz, you's a liar. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at Pastor Lentz. You can see it in his eyes. He ain't no damn good. All right, let me get to the story. All right, so I could delete Trump's advisor. I can delete Lori Lightfoot. I can delete the young man. All right, so here we go. Bear with me, guys. Oh, thank you to the one person. Yo, shine your light bright, yo.
Oh, so bright, 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 bright.
Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I don't get much love on this channel, but God says where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name. And when I come live, that's the only name I want to gather in. I don't want to gather in. We could talk about anything we want to talk about. But the union of gathering spiritually, where 2 or 3 are gathered, we could make shit happen, yo. We could decree things, we could declare things, we could speak things into existence, but most of all, we can move mountains. And that's where I want to get our faith back at. So let me go ahead and snatch the link. Justin Bieber. So they throw Justin Bieber in here so he don't take the slam, hard by himself. I hate when they bring other people into the commentary. If you out there cheating on your wife for 17 years, what the hell Justin Bieber got to do with that? You could have better off said, oh, Pastor Brian, I forget his last name, from Australia, the one who created Hillsong. This is his pastor here. But again, they want to pull in celebrities and other people just to make the conversation a little bit more relatable and entertained, I guess, or entertaining. So here we go, guys. Thank you so much for letting me do what I do. Hopefully we could play the audio with this, but let me just give you some commentary on what is going on with him. I'm snatching the link for you guys. Justin Bieber's pastor Carl Lentz was in love with a New York beauty, a secret affair that led to his firing from mega church Hillsong. The Sun can exclusively report. So this is coming from the Sun. I got the link for you guys. Shout out to Brian from Hillsong. Is no way. This is the first time in a long time I've actually seen somebody lie, cheat in the pulpit, actually get kicked out the church and fired. These people are human beings just like you and I. If you sign on to take a role or a position in the church or underneath God's, umbrella of, you need that. That's what needs to happen in the black church too. Except black people could steal from the church, molest you in church, have children with young children, have babies with young girls in the church, and nothing happened to these people. Molest the boys in the church. Hell, the Vatican been doing it for how many years now? Since the days of Jesus, they've been butt breaking these black Hebrew boys, killing them and stuff like that, molesting them. And nobody tell them to sit the hell down. Close the Vatican church doors. Y'all, you ain't even got to close the door. You just better not stick your head out on Easter Sunday morning and say, God bless America. We don't want that no more. How you going to say God bless America when you molesting America's little boys? I don't get that, but you people support it. Now, I just say what you think, and you're afraid to say what should be said. I'm not afraid to say it. I've been blackballed, banned, shadow banned, kicked off Twitter, and every damn thing else because of my damn mouth. But look at what I'm speaking on. I'm not speaking against you, your coochie, your kids, your alopecia, none of that shit. Although it can be done, I choose not to do it. That's called discipline. That's called meekness. That's strength under control. You don't know how many times I want to get on here and cuss a bitch out to get the 1K. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fight with people. We have a greater fight, people. The people over the church is lying to get coochie, don't even want to admit to being pastors. So what the hell you pastoring for? Sit the hell down and let somebody who going to lead God's people the right way. The way, not the Christian way, because this dude Jesus in the black church let you do any damn thing you want to do. And some of them Australian people over there, black, the Aboriginal Indians is the 12 tribes. They was one of the tribes that said, the hell with this. When they rounded us up like cattle, they jumped in that goddamn Atlantic Ocean and swam down the damn Australia. Yes, they did. A lot of them headed the other way. All of us did not get rounded up and brought over here to America. That's facts. Yeah, I don't like these people. I could go in on the church all day long. You want to hear me roast and gag some damn body? I'd rather do the church and the devil in it that's leading God's people astray than innocent people who don't even know they halfway demonic out here because they never been taught it in church. The way people behave on social media, they probably learned it in the church, but the pastor ain't going to tell you it's demonic because he wants you to stay that way. Once you wake up from the wickedness, you'll see how wicked his ass been. Just like we see how wicked Pastor Carl Lentz. I ain't even calling you pastor no more, bro. You don't deserve that, okay? Rainin, a 34-year-old designer from New York City, spoke exclusively to The Sun. Ain't that what they do, though? These demons bait you into relationships. Well, she like he lied to her, so we can't say she didn't know, okay? She might be innocent here. But the minute they find out, they run to the reporters, right? The minute you friends with somebody and y'all break up, what they do, tell all your secrets, right? I'm trying to tell you. That's how these demons work out here, y'all. So it says she spoke to The Sun about dating the married church leader for over 5 months before their emotional breakup just this past week. I bet it was emotional hell. All kind of fire was shooting up from hell, consuming their ass. A woman claimed to have had a loving and sexual affair with Carl. Look at her. That's what Christ told these pastors who want to be pastors. If you lust and look at a woman in your mind, you have committed a sin. And church don't want to take that serious. It will help you keep from looking at other women. If you decide to get married, that's the only person you need to be looking on. But they don't even take their marriage vows seriously. So how can you take what they say out their mouth as a pastor seriously? But look at her. Raina said that she loved Carl and he loved her back. But what you think Carl's wife has to say about it? What you think this woman right here got to say about it, Raina? Carl, what you think your wife got to say about it? The fired church leader has been married to wife Laura for 17 years, and you going to throw it away for a 5-month relationship? Look at him. Bieber. Justin. Did Carl Lentz touch you? Do y'all have a relationship? Did you love him like Rainin? Did he love you back? Did he love you in the Lord? I just want to know. I have questions beyond what we reading right here. He looked kind of demonic back there. He just looked like he ain't no church. What these people do, you could preach a little bit. You sound a little educated. Oh, go up to New York and open up a church. You are not trying and testing the spirits in these demon-ass people out here. That's why it looked like the devil is winning in the world. Well, it is the devil's place to win in the world, or to rule the world. But he's not winning. We have victory. But you believers, you real believers need to stand up and contend the faith against this. So shout out to whoever fired him and got him from over the head of many a sheep, as the church like to call people, so that he can't lead them astray. And I'm sure if he had a relationship with this girl, if we did a little digging, we can find other relationships possibly. And we probably could find some other demonic behavior. He might have touched a child here and there, allegedly. I'm just saying. He might have stole from the church. I'm just saying. Because if a pastor could lie and say he's not a pastor to get some poo-poo, and widows ain't nothing. Ain't no holds bar when it comes to anything else this man may or may not do in the church. I'm just saying. Carl skyrocketed to fame due to his friendship with Justin Bieber. Again, and this is what people do. The same thing on social media. You hook up with who you think are famous content creators, and y'all get the rising and falling and rising and falling and rising and falling. You're friends, you're not friends, you make up, you break up, and all this other stuff. But people in the church, T.D. Jakes did it with Jay-Z, did it with the Vatican, did it with Oprah, did it with a lot of people, got into bed with the devil, crossing over, just to become more popular. Juanita Bynum done it. We've seen a lot of these church people and pastors. We've seen one of the Kiki Shear do a song with Nicki Minaj. It just to gain the popularity. I don't want that kind of popularity. I want mine to be off the name of God. I want mine to be off of my voice, because Christ says the voice he had was not for his sake, but for our sake, for my sake. It was very specific when you read John chapter 12, verse 30. This voice is not for my sake, but for your sake. He was talking to the apostles. He was talking to the people there. The word of God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. It's talking to you and I today. I don't want to go out and hook up with Oprah, rub elbows with bigger content creators to sell my soul just to get popular on social media. I refuse to do that. And if I never make it, then so be it. At least I still have my dignity and integrity at the end of the day. I always like to look at it like this. And Lovely T, this is no disrespect to you. She been on YouTube 11, 12, 15 years, almost hitting her 1 million mark. I've only been on here 3 years. And hopefully when YouTube take the blocks off my page, the locks off my page, stop shadow banning me, eventually I'll get the 1K, hopefully before 3 years, which is December 12th, 2020. But, I'm just using it as not a comparison, but something to reference myself to. Everybody wants to get to that 1 million. For Lovely T, it's going to be 13, 14, 15 years. She's there, y'all. Go support Lovely T. Get her to 1 million. Right? But I look at it, I only been on 3 years. I could have been at 1K. But because I choose to dislike this person or join this team or join that team or side over here, side over there, has nothing to do with my personality. It has nothing to do with my content, because it's a lot better than most people. But it's because I didn't kiss ass, because I didn't fight for people, because I didn't get in these streets and windmill. I think I did much better than that. I showed people how you don't have to get involved with the nonsense and still make it in this world. Remember, I'm the one went to prison at 19 years old. They tried to hit me off with 8 1/3 of 25. Ended up giving me 3 to life. I did my time. I rehabilitated myself. I did 4 years of parole. You think I'd be out here acting like an asshole in any sector of social media, but I'm not. That's the Spirit of God in me. That's who's leading me. And to have accomplished what I accomplished in my life and never been arrested for anything since then is a testament to my character, to my nature. That alone should be rewarded, recognized as greatness. But when you're dealing with the devil on social media who runs the platforms and shit like that, they'll push out more demonic behavior than they will push out reasonable voices or sound minds or, regular schmegular people that have changed and lived that life, been about that life, but now is about another life. So anyway, Rainin, whom wishes to keep her last name private, well, hell, your face is all out there, girl, revealed to the Sun she wanted to tell her story to Carl's followers so they would know there was another person on the other side of this statement that got hurt Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, even dealing with a pastor allegedly in church, you're going to get hurt, right? These people are not all cut up to be what we think they are. You put your soul and trust in man. That's why I encourage you to read the Bible, study, pray to God. He'll start to speak back to you without even lying Pastor Carl Lentz knowing about it. He'll begin to deal with you and show you the ways of his word and how to strategically be in this ungodly world, living godly. See, the world wants you to be ungodly, Pastor Lentz, and you fed right into this shit. So, even in church, you're at risk of being hurt, people. She said his Instagram post about his firing was offensive and made it seem like they just had a fling. The stunning brunette said, I was there for just sex. We both found comfort and a deep, special connection with each other. I am very hurt because we both feel the same way about each other. But I bet you this scandal right here is going to boost her career. She's going to gain a mad following behind this. Wow, he got fired, and probably his wife may stay married to him. She seemed like the lady like Hillary Clinton. She seemed like she'll stay with her man. Stand by your man. What's that Patsy Cline song? I don't know who sing that damn song. Anyway, back to Raina, because Raina knew what she was doing. Excuse me 1 second. If he was hooked up with Justin Bieber, this woman knew who he was. I knew who Carl Lentz was before the story even came out, because I followed the church. I was a part of the church from Australia to Hawaii. I knew pretty much every pastor that came on TBN or the Word Network or any other television program, spiritual program, Peter Popoff and all them damn people. I knew them all, gave money to them all. And I started saying, wait a minute, these bitches ain't giving me nothing back. Kenneth Copeland tried to send me a Christmas card. I said, look at this devil here. I said, Lord, I woke up from it. You hear me? They weren't able to goop my ass anymore, but that's the church for you. So for him to be down with Justin Bieber, hell yeah, she knew who the hell he was. And let me just say this. And their breakup could have been over the fact that she found out he was a pastor, but I think she knew it all along. She just probably wanted him to come clean and admit to it or some shit. I don't know. But you can't, I just, something in my spirit says she know, even when he lied to her and said, I'm a sports agent, she knew who Carl Lentz is. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's in New York with his church, and it's a mega church. She's a designer in New York. Hell, I even could take you to Creflo Dollar's church on Grand Concourse, the World Changing Church. I know where that church is in New York City. You know these people, and I bet she knew him and just went along with it, because what did she say? What did she say? She said she wasn't there just for sex. What was you there for? You thought you thought you was gonna get an inside look at God or something, dealing with a married man. And I told y'all before, I slept with a married man. I'm still alive. I'm still godly. That man and his wife is still happy living their life. It happens, people. When you know better, you do better. Unfortunately, there are some married men out here that treat women better than single men do. I'm just saying. It's nothing perfect over here. It's a lot of imperfection going on. Please go watch that video. And if you just I don't know what the timestamp is, but if you get to Chance the Rapper, It's the video right before here, the Breakfast Lounge. If you get to Chance the Rapper, it was a very beautiful post he had put up on there about being with his girl, how Corona pretty much, you get to know people when you're not, when Corona didn't happen, everybody was out doing them. But when you spending 5-6 months around people, you figure some things out. You do some soul searching. It's like, but I broke that because he related. He said marriage is not perfect. And I said, just like with the church and in Christ, the bridegroom, it's nothing perfect about that relationship right now. It's been broken a long time ago. But I really took that post and spiritually gave some insight onto relationships, whether it's you, your children, you, your spouse, you, your boss, you, the church, you, and God. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take this link and put it in the chat for you guys. So she goes on to say, the stunning brunette said, I wasn't there just for sex. We both found comfort in a deep, special connection with each other. I am very hurt because we both feel the same way about each other. Some married men do grow out of love with their wives. But we're talking people in church. If that's the case, the church tell you don't get divorced. The church tell you God could restore everything. The church won't tell you if you're not happy with your family, if you're not happy with this wife, by all means, God will love you, her, the family. At the end of the day, I do believe God don't mean for his people to stay in abusive, hurtful relationships. And with the church trying to do the analogy or the metaphor as Christ is, the church is the bridegroom of Christ, they take this same concept with marriage. Now the Bible says till death do us part. All right, well, in marriage, that's the only thing the Bible says, till death do us part. Okay. You can have a child and it's not till death do us part. You can go to college and it's not till death do us part, where you're working in your field you went to college for. You can do all these other ceremonial things and it's not till death do you part. The only thing it's saying is in marriage. Well, if that's the case, why is the church acting like the devil more so than Jesus? Because it done whoremongered on God a long time ago. It never was in love with the Lord the way Paul in that Bible expels it to you. Not so. So anyway, let me go ahead and read a couple more paragraphs and then I'll put the link in the chat for you guys to go and read up on this yourself. Now, she is a cute girl, but you can look here. She know what the hell she was doing. He loves me and I love him. It was a love relationship that wasn't planned. It wasn't just a fling or just a sexual relationship. Now, didn't she just say she wasn't there for the sex in the paragraph before? Why she got to reiterate it wasn't sexual? But I bet you sex was involved. And that was the catalyst for the relationship. You could tell he was attracted to her physical beauty. I can't speak for the man. I mean, may have been something there spiritual, but it's a physical attraction here. She also explained that the pair met in May at Domino Park in Brooklyn, New York, when he approached her to flirt and make small talk. So with that being said, I'm going to try to play this video right here and go from there. Let's see. Hopefully it'll play, y'all. Usually this is the part where everything start going haywire. We're almost done.
Okay, this is the woman about the woman. Now, this past weekend, after that statement that Carl made, his alleged mistress came forward and she spoke to the tabloid The Sun. She said the reason why she is coming forward is because she was very hurt by his Instagram message and that there's more than just two people. She said that I was involved in this. She says it was not just a fling. It was not a one-time thing. It was not just physical. She said they were.
Hey, Nori B.
So she says they met in May. long time ago, Wendy, okay? And she says that when he met her,
hi sis, how are you?
told her that there was something special about her. The last time they saw each other was last week, according to this woman. Now, by the way, Carl has not responded to this yet, but this is her side of the story.
And they also had goodbye sex?
Yes, that's
according to her.
And she says that the wife found photos and messages between them.
Because they would write to each other like books and books of messages. They would text each other like all this romantical stuff. And the wife, he left his phone laying around, I guess was no longer.
Hey to the one person in the chat, hi.
His work computer at the church.
Damn!
When will they learn, Wendy? When will they learn?
Well, Wendy, when will Kelvin Hunter learn, Wendy? I guess he learning now, but Wendy, it took him a long time, Wendy. It took Kelvin Hunter a real long time. All right, so let me go ahead and put this link in the chat for you guys down here. I'm loving these kind of podcasts. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Where the hell that's at? No, we ain't, girls. Shut up. No, we ain't getting no copyright. This is a good video. When I do get monetized, it's gonna make a lot of money for me. Don't you do that, girl. All right, so let me come back to the StreamYard. Shout out to the one person in the chat. Nori B, I missed you being in here. Thank you for saying hi, sis. I love you and appreciate you. All right, let me put this in the comments so you guys can go and follow up on the Lion Pastor. I'm just going to put Pastor Lies because that's his name. That's what I'm going to call him. And see, if the Lord ever do take me to television with my ministry, if I ever had a chance to meet Pastor Lies, hey, Pastor Lies, how are you? I ain't going to get in church and say, don't put your mouth on the man of God. Obviously, he's just a regular man at this damn point in time. I'm going to call him Pastor Lies. Shit. He ain't got no business out here lying, trying to get no cooch. Gonna say, what the hell he said? He a sports agent. We see how God gonna deal with that judgment. That's what I said on Facebook the other day, y'all. I said, Christians, hey, Nori B, you been busy, not why too much? Okay, yeah, I'm only on here because I'm really trying to grow my channel, really trying to get different content out there, but I understand you have to digress from, it can make you sick. Sometimes I turn on certain videos and the yelling and the screaming, I be feeling like throwing up. And when any program gets you to where you want to throw up or it affects you physically, yeah, you got to wind down and take some time off. So I know if it affects me like that, how it's affecting the people doing the yelling and the screaming and the hollering and the hooting and the arguing all day long. I understand what you're saying, sis. But again, when I come to YouTube, I don't bring drama. I don't bring, to whatever sectors. I don't come with war in my heart. So I like certain people on YouTube, but it just can get overwhelming sometimes with all the yelling and screaming and stuff. So Nori, we have one more subject to cover. We are doing pretty good here. Oh, if I could get done in like 15 minutes. This is a pretty good broadcast, guys. I really enjoy doing these kind of teachings right now. Oh, Nori, you're welcome. You're doing good. Oh, wait. I hit the wrong one. There you go. Good. I always ask about you, Nori, and I miss you. You're one of you and a couple of other people. I don't see you guys here as much, but you guys are my day ones, or, you guys been holding me down on this channel. Thank you. All right, so the last thing, Nori, is let me get back to my little itinerary here. All right, we done talked about this man here. We done talked about Carl Lentz. Let me see. Do I go this way? Yes. Now we're going to talk about a man from Chicago. This man has been arrested for killing his girlfriend, her mother, and her sister after he went on a rampage. And this is after his girlfriend said she would not cook him breakfast. Guys, I don't know what the breakfast is. I don't know what his request was. What I do know is the young lady made a statement she wasn't feeling good. So he left her and came back and was like, well, do my hair. Now, they have a child together, the report says, but they were living in two separate places. So I guess he was over, had probably been like estranged or missing for a couple of days. Not missing, but, hadn't came to her house or whatever. But when he showed up, he was demanding breakfast. He was demanding getting his hair done. And when she told him on 2 different occasions, I don't feel well, this man lost it. And Matthews and his girlfriend, Shanta Harris, had been dating for 2 years, but he erupted in pure rage one morning last June. So this was last June, hopefully this June. But still, nonetheless, a lot of people are doing reports on it. I saw the Trey King show. Trey King show. Even Bama Girl Vlog, she spoke about this yesterday. And when it came down my timeline, like my news feed, I was like, let me jump on it as well. So they've been dating since last June after Harris refused to cook him his morning meal and braid his hair. So let's go ahead and pull the article up on this one. And let's see what we can do here, guys. We are almost done, okay? Give me a moment. Oh, don't do this now. Oh, here we go. All right. So let me grab the link. That way you guys can have it. I may read through this whole entire story here, but I'll still put the link in the chat just so you guys can go and review it. So a Chicago man, 25 years old, y'all. That's a demon in disguise right there. First of all, what the heck? No. Talk, text, and data. Get out of here. I hate when other pop-ups come up. I don't want all of that. Let me let it do its thing, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to start from the 25-year-old man has been charged with the murders of his girlfriend, her mother, and her sister during a domestic dispute outside his home in June. So they were at his house. Maybe they went over to spend the night to pick the baby up or something. I'm not really sure how they end up at his house. I was under the impression and the assumption that this took place at the woman's residence. But Chicago man, 25-year-old, is arrested for killing his girlfriend, her mom, and sister when she refused to cook him breakfast and braid his hair after 3 months at large. So he was missing, like not missing, but didn't like show up, probably didn't see the baby for 3 months. You know how men go on a hiatus. He might have been out laying up with another woman or something of that nature. He could have been locked up for those 3 months, where I'm not really sure, but he was not present. And if I don't see you for 3 months, ain't no way in hell you coming up in here and I'm cooking you shit. Well, I'm nice like that, but no, I probably would have said no too. I wouldn't have lied and said I'm not feeling well though. Hell no, I ain't cooking for you. You better go back where you just came from. Why the hell you ain't eat before you get over here? Some shit like that. Now, I ain't that rough and aggressive with it, but I would have been like, go cook your own food. Especially if they have an estranged relationship. And they're not really in a relationship anymore. This young lady was not obligated to make him any food. I really don't know the circumstances, but when she said she wasn't feeling well, that should have been enough. Whether it was a lie or not, that should have been enough. I don't want to do your hair. I don't feel like getting up cooking. So the girlfriend, whoa. John Matthews was ordered held without bail Friday afternoon on 3 counts of first-degree murder. Girlfriend, 24-year-old Shanta Harris, her mother, 56-year-old Frances Neal, and her sister, 27-year-old Jasmine Neal, were all shot dead. I wish there was a way to get these guns out of impulsive people's hands like the police. Oh, they're some of the most impulsive people with guns. The minute you say, they pull a gun out and try to shoot you. Like, are you serious? I wish that here where I live, Pastor Charlie, he's over the Victory Church here. He does his program, the buyback program. People with guns, whether the serial number is scratched off, whether they're beat up, loaded, unloaded, used in a murder, they'll give you a little cash for your guns just to turn your guns in and get them off the streets, people. What he do with the guns, I'm not really sure, but I know he provides a program for people to get these guns off the street. Now, my last apartment prior to here, when I move in, like, I'm checking everything, cleaning everything, and I remember there was this one closet, right? And up on top of the closet, it was like you had room to sit stuff up on a closet because it was like a closet the landlord made in the room to make it a room. He put it in the living room to make it a room. It was weird, but anyway, it was done before I moved in. So I go up on top of this damn closet, and it was a damn BB gun up there. I said, oh, shit. But I actually gave it to my friend because he's into hunting and stuff like that. But I don't keep guns in my house. I don't want guns in my house. I'm skeptical about who I give rides to. I don't know if it's drugs. I don't know if it's guns. But I'm not taking that chance. And just 4th of July. Oh, no. My sister's birthday was August 11th. So that Saturday prior to her birthday, they had a little park engagement. Or was it 4th of July? No. I don't know when it was. Did I do anything 4th of July? I don't think so. I think this was my sister's birthday party. So I noticed one of the young brothers get a little drunk and tipsy. When that happens, I'm out, guys. I've lived enough. I'm a woman of a certain age, 53. I've seen people when they get drunk, they act crazy. I don't want to be around it. I don't like drunk people. Fun drunks, I can, you drinking, you having fun with your girls out on the dance floor. That's one thing. But stumbling to the point where this young man almost fell on a baby in a little baby seat, I was like, oh, Lord. I said my goodbyes, and I got the hell up out that park, right? No sooner than I came home, they telling me my friend Stank's son, the one who was stumbling in the park, got shot up and killed, along with another little young man that's close to our family, Mir, got shot in the leg. I'm like, see, the Lord don't be, when I got a notion to leave, y'all better follow me. I'm trying to tell y'all. When I got a notion, because the minute my family was like, look at her go, you damn right. I don't like to see this stumbling and people. No, that ain't my speed, y'all. Y'all have y'all fun. God bless you. I'll see you later. No sooner than I got home, I got the call. That young man got shot and killed. He was just there at our family gathering, tripping over a baby, a little bit too drunk. I said, ooh, time for me to go. No sooner than I got home, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Here in my city, it was at least 12 shootings the week of July 4th, prior up to the 4th of July and a little bit after the 4th of July. One person got not killed in front of my sister's house, but shot outside her house. They ended up taking him to the hospital, and he ended up dying. So it's like, man, come on, y'all. I don't got time to be coming on YouTube acting like I'm better, greater. I know what I did for myself in my personal life, but I live in the hood. Don't mean I gotta get shot every time I go outside. Like some people say, well, if you on social media, you gotta get doxxed, you gotta get this, you gotta have a beef and a drama. No, the hell I don't. If I've been avoiding it in my real life here in the real world, it's the same thing. This is my life on YouTube. I'm going to avoid it not at any cost. If it happened, it happened. But I'm not going out instigating it. I'm not going to let nobody pick on me either. I feel like just because you on social media, shit don't have to happen to you if you didn't ask for it to happen to you. Just because I live in the hood, I know where the people, nowadays you don't know who carrying guns or where the gun toters hang at. But 9 times out of 10, in the hood, you know where people hang out at. These are the areas you need to avoid. And then in my community, I built up my respect so much. These people ain't looking to disrespect me. Some of them call me church lady, Sister Drew, Miss Drew. I mean, it is what it is. And then to get on social media or on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram and have people disrespect you, they're like, nah. And sometimes you ain't even got to ask for it and it happens. But my analogy is just because I live in the hood don't mean I have to get shot. And one day the Lord will take me out of my circumstances. But until then, I'm going to be wise wherever I'm at. Online, offline, in my community, in your community. So it goes on to say, Matthew and Harris had been dating for 2 years and had a 4-month-old son together, although they were living in separate homes. So I still want to know how the mother, how the sister, how Shonda got to his house. That's still unclear to me. After spending the night together, after 3 months of him being gone, they spend the night together. Matthews asked Harris to cook for him, but she said no because she wasn't feeling well. He then told her to braid his hair, but she again declined because she wasn't feeling well, which sent this man into a rage. I wonder what he was thinking when he did this. Look at him, y'all. So what she ain't want to cook for you? So what she ain't want to do your nappy ass hair? You could not get that done where you were unless you were in jail prior to her spending the night with you. She's not responsible for you when y'all not really together and you're out in the street allegedly probably seeing other women. I mean, when people spend the night together, generally they do get up and eat breakfast together, right? But if she's not feeling well, why couldn't you just go in the kitchen and cook and maybe bring her some soup or some oatmeal or a piece of toast or something to help her with her illness? Why couldn't you just let her lay in bed and recover from her sickness or whatever it was? Very, very strange to me, guys. Wait a minute. I thought I was sharing this screen. Hold on. It said it didn't pick it up. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm almost done. I thought I was sharing. Hold on. I want you guys to see his face. All right. Now that's a little better. So let me take you back up to what I was just reading. Hold on. Now, I was acting slow. Bear with me. To the one person listening, watching, thank you so much. Share my video, like my video, comment down below, please, please, please. So I was just reading from here. You guys can go back and read that on your own. It's going slow. I'm almost done. Come on, don't start buffering and acting up today, please. All right, so we read this, actually, a man from Chicago. It says a man from Chicago a man from Chicago has been arrested for killing his girlfriend, her mother, and her sister. We still gotta get to the part where if they spent the night together at his house, how did he get to the mother and the sister? So, basically, he went on a rampage because she wouldn't cook breakfast. Matthew and his girlfriend, Shanta Harris, had been dating for 2 years, but he erupted in pure rage one morning last June after Harris refused to cook him his morning meal and braid his hair. This is ridiculous, y'all. Harris told him that she wasn't feeling well, but the refusal allegedly sent Matthews over the edge, and he started yelling and punched Harris in the eye. Now, I think I did see a picture of her mother. I hope it's still on this stream here, on this report. Matthew's grandmother, who was present then, tried to intervene and led Harris outside in an attempt to defuse the situation. So his grandmother was present. He may have been living with his grandmother at the time that this happened. She may have spent the night over their house, the report is saying, but I still don't know how her mother and her sister end up getting shot as well. So, Matthew's grandmother tried to defuse the situation by pulling Harris outside. Matthews ended up following the pair and yelled that he hated Harris, claiming she doesn't do it for him. So why you keep spending the night with her? Why you keep going around her? That whole she doesn't do it for him, meaning she ain't shit, she ain't the type of woman I want, XYZ. Why are you still dating this woman? Yes, this is the mother of your child, but if she don't do it for you, why you even want her to cook? If she don't do it for you, hell, the meal won't do it for you. If she don't do it for you, hell, the hairstyle don't do it for you. And for you to spend the night with this young lady, allegedly having sex with her, and then getting mad because she don't want to cook and she ain't feeling good, is ridiculous. That don't do it for me. And why would you want anybody to do something for you if they themselves don't do it for you? He was angry. He was hurt. He was embarrassed probably because she told him no in front of his grandmother. All right, so, but it seems like she has an opportunity here in that she's leaving his house probably because he followed the grandmother and her outside. So at some point she gets with the sister and the mother. Matthews ended up following the pair and yelled that he hated Harris, claiming she doesn't do it for him, Assistant State's Attorney James Murphy said, as reported by the Chicago Tribune. Now, Trump treats conspiracy theory on vote counting. Lord have mercy. He a hot mess. I don't know where the pictures went, but there's supposed to be some pictures here, guys. I'll keep reading until the pictures surface. So Matthew's pictured here. I do remember seeing him holding a young baby, and the baby's face is out. So I will try to get you guys to see that. But the grandmother then let Harris use her phone to get help. So I'm by the grace of God, thank God he didn't turn on his grandmother as well, y'all, because it seemed like the grandmother was trying to help the young lady get help. Okay, so Frances Neal and her sister Jasmine Neal came to the house to collect Harris. Now, it would have been maybe wise if the young lady probably just would have got in the cab or Uber, her own car if she drove over to him. When somebody punch you in the eye and say you don't do it for them, that's sure sign to get away from that person, y'all. Baby father or not. You ain't gonna talk shit like that, put your hand on me and think I'm gonna stay in your presence. So, and we as women, I know my mouth can go sometimes, but I'm not saying that happened. In her case, she probably was talking shit back. I would have been on some real. I would have been praying, talking shit, and a little bit of other stuff. You ain't gonna put your hands on me. I might have would have punched him back in the damn eye. So excuse me. All right, so the pictures are in. So this is him and the baby. And I believe the picture before is the young lady. Now, I want to say Harris is on my left. I'm facing the screen. She would be on your left as well if you're looking at the screen. I believe she's the one with the bling on. Girlfriend, 24-year-old Shanta Harris, and her sister Jasmine Neal, 27, were shot dead. Shanta died from her injuries almost 3 months later. She did get to live 3 months. Oh, wow. So let's get back into the story. You can see, I don't know if there's a picture of mom. Let me go up a little bit. No, that's just Trump and his BS. So I don't know if there's a picture of Miss Frances Neal here, guys. But we do see Shanta and we do see her sister. Once I can scroll back down. There we go. We see Matthews here with the little baby and the face is blocked out, of course. Thank God. So now, this might be her mother coming. Hold on. So it goes on to say Frances Neal and her sister Jasmine Neal. This is Shanta's mother and sister. I apologize, guys. So Matthews, Frances Neal, and Shanta's sister Jasmine, they go over to the house to get Shanta, Miss Harris. Matthews yelled at them to leave his property, refusing to let them inside to get the 4-month-old baby he and Harris shared. Now, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to act like a prophet over here and prophesied that the baby was there as well when she spent the night. But the baby was there, y'all, with this man. He got the baby in the house while the women are on the outside trying to get the baby from him. I don't know if the police were called at this point in time. Ladies, let me tell you something. When it gets to this point, I know a lot of us don't like to call the police and things of that nature, but it might have changed the outcome, or at least they could have been on their way by the time he decided to pull out his gun and pop off on these 3 women. It's ridiculous. So it goes on to say, Matthew yells, the 4-month-old baby they had was still in the apartment, making little progress. Jasmine Neal then decides to call 911. Thank God. Dealing with some smart women. Thank God, Jasmine. She did make a phone call. Now, did they get there in time? We don't know. Usually when there's black-on-black violence or crime, domestic violence or anything like that, the police aren't ready to jump off of their donuts and coffee, run and get to where the emergency is. Sometimes they take their time. Sometimes in certain areas and jurisdictions of cities, they don't treat it as an emergency as if, say, the white neighborhood. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. So she called 911 and told the operators that Matthews had given her sister a black eye and was refusing to hand over their son. Now, again, like I said, I don't know how long it took them to get there, but this is such a shame. As the argument continued, Matthews pulled the gun from his waistband and shot Frances Neal 7 times and his girlfriend once to the chest. Why was there so much rage and anger toward the mother? Why rage and anger, period? But obviously the mother caught 7 bullets. Jasmine Neal then ran into the street running for her life with her hands up, according to prosecutors. I'm thinking this might be Jasmine Shonda and her mom here. This might be Frances Neal. Picture victim Frances Neal at 56 years is seen with her daughter Shanta Harris in a memorial picture posted by heartbroken Shanta, who also later died from her injuries. Wow. So she was able to live post this and then died 3 months later. Wow. It's very sad. It goes on, guys. I'm just going to leave it right here. We'll go through these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences or paragraphs. Well, sentences. But Matthew also chased her down and shot her in the head. Matthew's grandmother then placed a second call to 911 as her grandson fled. She identified Matthews as the shooter. Now, it's a hard thing to do, but very brave. You know, I know some women that side with their son, their grandson. He could be dead wrong. And they, nope, my son ain't do no wrong. Nope, my son ain't do no wrong. And that's kind of a hard position to put your grandmother in, don't you think, bro? So anyway, Frances and Jasmine Neal were pronounced dead at the scene. Harris was taken to the hospital where she gave police a videotaped statement where she identified Matthew as the shooter and also told them about his past instances of violence. Now, profit is over here, anything like that. But I was gonna say maybe they had an abusive relationship prior to this, and now we're reading that she reported of other past violence abuse. Do you think that she was reporting it along the way, making reports of it? Filing complaints on his abuse, getting that order of protection for him to stay away from her and the baby and things of this nature. Sometimes women don't until it's too late. There's no record of him abusing her. There's history of it, but it wasn't documented by the courts. And sometimes, maybe if it was for you women who are in abusive relationships, when it gets to this point and a 911 call is made, I don't know how the 911 dispatcher would, unless they got calls from that address or calls from her address before. It should be like a record of how many times somebody called 911, where they called 911 for, and then maybe the 911 operator could look and say, oh, well, they have domestic violence going on, not once, not twice, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is an emergency. Get over there, because, So we got to find a way to not be afraid to report the abuse. A lot of women don't like to admit when they're in an abusive relationships, and a lot of women stay for some strange reason. Keep entertaining the thought that maybe he won't do it again, or maybe he'll get better, or maybe he's just going through something. Maybe I can help him change. What do you guys think about that down below? So Harris was taken to the hospital where she gave police a videotaped statement. She identifies him. She admits past instances of violence. He is said to have disabled her cell phone from calling the police on 28 occasions. Oh, I think there's a YouTuber on YouTube having a situation, and I don't like to put my mouth on everybody's situation, but I heard something today where this woman, her husband was doing something to her phone. Her phone was very staticky. They may be on the same plan, She was saying how she might have to get a new phone and stuff like that. Not saying there's any domestic violence going on over there. I really don't know. But I know there was a content creator talking about having issues with her phone, you know. So women, please, 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 please. And sometimes even if you have your own phone, you think when you're married you could be on your husband's plan or be on the same plan together, and when you get mad at each other because he's paying the bill, he don't disassemble your phone or put a tracking on it, or you know, whatever the case may be. But if you can, and even so, buying your own phone, men still get aggressive and take your possessions and treat it like it's theirs. Wow, 28 occasions he disabled her phone from calling the police on 28 different occasions, y'all. I don't know. It just take one for me. I'm sorry. I probably could be married 55 times over right now, but once you do me wrong, once the cheating, once the lying, baby, listen. It's somebody out there for you. I play with me. I don't got time to waste. I'd rather be single, see you on the fly, go ahead, no strings attached, not obligated, not interested right now. No. And I thank God I haven't really met abusive men. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But if I did, it take one time, baby. One time to put your hands on me. One time. And I know it sounds crazy, but to cheat on me that I know of, you may be cheating on me for 100,000 years. But once I find out about it, I got to treat myself better than that. I have to value me better than what you're trying to do to me. So I've walked away from some pretty decent relationships just based off caught him in a lie. Maybe he cheated, maybe he didn't. Just because I thought it, bitch, you got you out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I have walked away from some decent people for little or nothing. I still speak to these people, socialize with these people, but I just didn't want to be caught up in your lies, the staying out, the cheating. But no, I'm better than that. I'm better than that, and you are as well, people. You don't have to stay in these relationships. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. The last sentence here: Harris passed away almost 3 months later on September 5th. And her death was ruled a homicide. I believe that this was this year, guys. When they say last June, they could be referring to the past June. Last June for most of us mean last year, but I believe this was this year. So, again, I don't know. Oh, it's some more. So, Matthew 25 fled to Iowa after the triple shooting and was only caught after getting into a car accident there in August. So, he probably still be on the run if it wasn't for a car accident. He was extradited back to Illinois this week on the murder warrant. So this did take place in Chicago. So it goes on to say Judge Charles Beach II ordered him without bail Friday on 3 counts of first-degree murder and stated his own flesh and blood has identified him as the shooter. The grandmother did the right thing. And I think that's why my family lives. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I am not going to cover for you. I'm not going to lie for you. I am not going to, no. If you did it, you did it. So kudos to the grandmother for standing up, because that's her grandbaby. I tell you, most women, I know a few women, they be like, my son ain't do no wrong. My son this, my son that. I'm glad the grandmother had enough courage in her to identify her grandson, because he could have came back and, retaliate on the grandmother for doing this. God willing, he don't. But this man committed 3 murders. And he had to have enough sense and common sense when he was doing the shooting, because he did not shoot the grandmother who gave the young lady a phone to try to get help. So he was cognizant of who he was shooting when he was doing the shooting. Harris had been at Matthew's house for Father's Day and had stayed over the previous night. Assistant Public Defender Raciel Armendariz said in court that Matthews has no previous criminal history and had worked for Amazon. Check that out, y'all. See, they say Amazon will hire anybody if you pass a drug test, but Amazon hired a murderer. I'm gonna end it there, y'all. I think we did pretty good. My heart and condolences go out to Shanta Harris and her family. I'm gonna stop sharing that right there. You guys got anything to say in the comments? Nuri B, let me see what you're saying. Wow. Hold on, Nuri. Let me get back up here. Oh, you've been busy. All right. Yep. Shout out to the 2 people in the chat. I know I take breaks now and then, but love to support you. Thank you, Nuri. I really do appreciate your genuine support too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wow. Seriously, he was starving. Jeez. Yeah. Nuri, well, listen. We here is Father's Day, but you ain't my man where we been in a steady relationship. Yeah, I spent the night with you, but if I tell you I'm not feeling well, I'm not getting up cooking no breakfast. Maybe she wasn't comfortable doing it in the grandmother's house, like cooking breakfast or whatever. I don't know, but she said she wasn't feeling well. That should have been enough for him. That's what you say, Nuri? That is sickening. It really is. Most likely did it for him all the time, but one no, he lost it like that. Exactly. Rejection. And you know what? Being that they wasn't together, he probably thought she probably was seeing somebody else. And when you on the outskirts with somebody and it's possible somebody else is in the picture, you may decide to spend Father's Day with the baby father, just on GP alone or whatever. But it could have been more, because Shanta, very beautiful. I don't know if that was all filters or whatever, but she appears to be like a very pretty young lady. So he could have been jealous of her and stuff like that as well. Spoiled, evil, wicked, selfish self. Absolutely. The son of perdition. Wow. 3 months she survived that shooting. Yeah, man. Oh, Nori, I just got chills. Yes, 3 months. She lived after the shooting. 1 bullet to the chest. And we saw the picture where she posted of her and her mom. And 3 months after the being shot, I know she loved her baby. I don't know who has the baby right now, if the baby is with family, but I bet you her and her mother was close, and her sister. And sometimes when your mom is gone, your sister is gone, I know she wanted to hang on for her baby. I'm just believing in my spirit she did. But, she probably wanted to be with her mother as well. It's very, very, very sad. Good looking woman though. Absolutely. Even the mother at 56. A woman, as we say, a particular age, she looked damn good. Such a sad case. Noria is. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow, I'm going to put, I'm going to call this the breakfast case, okay? Breakfast. I don't know, but you guys on the replay, when you see this link, the last one in the chat, you guys can go ahead and click on that and go follow the story, read the story, do your own commentary on it. That's it, guys. It's been 2 hours and 14 minutes, but again, let me pull up what all we talked about. Give me a minute to just go back and show you everything we talked about. Somehow I'm gonna change my, my screenshot. I meant my thumbnail to this right here. Hold on. We talked about a lot today in both lives. It's been over 5 hours, but this is going to be it's Afternoon's Delight, and we covered. All right, so in the video prior to this, I told you we covered Kamala Harris, just to connect this video to that. We talked about Veterans Day. We talked about Chance the Rapper right here. If you guys go back into that video, this post right here, I broke down spiritually. It's very nice post, very honest, and it was very inspiring to see that people who look perfect don't always have a perfect marriage. Just like the church, it looks perfect, but their marriage with the Most High God is not perfect right now. Because if it was, more of us would be showing up on behalf of God. And I believe the grandmother may have been spiritual. That's why she did the right thing and told on her grandson. So we talked about Kiki in the last video. We talked about the vegan food. Would you buy it from McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell? We talked about, ladies, if your man said, I'm taking you to Target and you could get anything you want regardless of how much it costs, would you go on this shopping trip? Right? And then we talked about Meg Thee Stallion. We talked about Kevin Hart. This is all in the last video, but I wanted to tie this last video into this video. We talked about Keke Palmer because in the last video, I did mention lying Pastor Carl Lentz, and I did mention the murder, but then it got into like 2 hours, and I was like, wait, let's just do a separate video. So starting off with this video, we definitely talked about Matthews here, who murdered his girlfriend, a strange girlfriend, I would say, her mother and her sister. We talked about Carl Lentz here, who dated Rainin, a designer from New York City. He lied and said that he was a sports agent. Now, when you got a pastor out here lying, I'm a joke on this shit for days. That's what I be roasting and gagging on over here. Like, are you kidding me? We talked about Here We Go. There's a lot of hair commentary going on around. And I showed you guys can go to AliExpress. You can get bundles in that last video. This was in the last video. You can go check out that video. I gave you a breakdown of their hair. I gave you some reviews. Shipping may be a little bit, the shipping may be expensive, but as you can see, these beautiful bundles you can get for $8.50 up to $278.32. But again, I showed you in that other video how AliExpress work and how you can get hair, good hair, because the reviews was really, really good. You have to go check that video out. So in this video, we talk about Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot issues a stay-at-home advisory, but it's not really in order. She just sees that the C-19 is on a rise there, and she's advising people to stay home, don't gather as much, and XYZ. We also talked about in this video, Trump's advisor, Corey Lewandowski, he tests positive for corona. And it doesn't surprise me because didn't President Trump, ex-President Trump, or President Trump on his way out the door, Allegedly, because they said that count ain't over with, y'all. But didn't he come out and say not too long ago he had it? And I told y'all the whole damn America need to be shut down at this damn time. The family of Quawan Bobby Charles, I believe his name is, we talked about in this video how a 15-year-old boy went missing October 30th. He was last seen with a white friend, 17 years old, and a white mama friend. And the mother didn't realize he was missing until November 4th. But the whole thing with this story right here is the sheriffs and the police refused to send out an Amber Alert, and they downplayed the case of him being missing. He ended up being lynched in a sugarcane field, y'all. Anybody in NOLA, New Orleans down there, please do the research. I pray it's not your family member that came up missing or lynched. But if you guys know anything about this story, please share it with us. We don't just want to hear about your beef and drama. I was trying to tell Tracy and Jay Wilson down there in Texas, it's 1 million cases of COVID down there. We want to hear about what's going on in your neck of the woods. If I could sit here and tell you they shooting up my neighborhood, y'all could tell us what's going on in your city. And if you don't, I will. I will try to bridge the gap on these YouTube streets to let you know what's going on in Chicago, California, Texas seem to be a hot spot. New Orleans, now there's a lot of content creators in the B sector down in New Orleans. All of y'all should be covering this story right here. New York, Florida. I mean, I'm just going to try to do what I do and stay true to who I am. There's a lot of information out there we are being ignorant to because nobody is talking about it. So that's what we're going to do. And last but not least, this is the thumbnail to this video. And after this video, I thought I heard a sexy voice say something. That's gonna be the title of the next video, because Sir King, I really want to know if this is your voice. Nuri B, when you see that title, come back. We all know Sir King. I don't be out here stalking nobody. I went to his chat and said hi. Well, no, I made a comment and I went to Zills. Now you say, they say they got these distinctive voices, and something came down my timeline sound just like Sir King. But I couldn't believe how many subscribers the person had. 569,000 followers on this channel that sounds like your sexy voice late night talk show host with a co-host named Lemon. We got Great Man, we got Slappy, he got a whole cast of characters over there. But Sir King, I want to know if this is your voice, and I'm going to come back and I'm just playing on my channel, and ask the people if this is your voice. And if it's your voice, why are you hiding the fact? Man, if it's your voice, I saw you with 69,000. It said 569K. I said, God damn. And he over here in the beef drama sector playing like this. But anyway, the voice sounds very, 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 very Sir Kingish. Nori says, they look close on that pic. Oh, yeah, they do, right? Look like the devil in the middle, huh, Nori? That's why I put it there. They look just like their damn daddy. All right, hold on. Nori says, breakfast murder case. That's what I have on the title. I think I titled it the murder over breakfast or something. But I didn't, I was trying to be a little reserved in the comments here. Oh my goodness. Yes, Nori. Let me see what else she's saying, sis. Thanks for sharing. I will watch your last video. Yeah, I tried to keep these together. I did just like this one. I did the breakfast lounge this morning. And again, I just was randomly scrolling, the news and stuff was popping up. So I kind of put together a show. I hope you guys like these shows. There's 3 people watching now. Nuri says they don't sound alike at all to me. No, not Zills and Sir King. No, they don't. Zills and Sir King do not sound alike. Sir King or Zills sound like the man I heard with 569K. I'm not going to do it in this video because it'd be 3-4 hours. But I'm going to come back, my promise. Probably around 8 o'clock-ish, 9 o'clock-ish, or, just look for the title. I thought I heard a sexy voice say something. I'm gonna say Zills. I thought I heard a sexy voice say something, Sir King, because it's one of their voices. I'm almost convinced it's one of their voices. I swear to you, Nori, I tell you no lie. So with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and do what we've been doing. We're going to praise break on up out of here for about 10-15 seconds. Come back and end the show. All right, for the 2 people in the chat, we're going to drop some bombs on it. All right, you guys been watching ReligionWinked TV. And my spiritual ears stay. All right, guys. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let the music rock out. I'm going to change my thumbnail to this picture right here. It's crazy, man, how you got Chicago on another lockdown. How a missing teen come up, lynched in the sugarcane down in New Orleans. How you got the Trump advisor coming up with COVID. How Pastor Lies going around lying for a relationship. And we have murder over breakfast. Such a sad, sad story, y'all. This what we gonna tell the murderer have several damn seats. Have several seats, man. Have several seats. It's crazy. Y'all, I said what I said in this video. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I mean, I gave the best commentary I could. I was honest with everything I said. I'm not really bothered by it, yo. I'll get there one day. But until then, I gotta look at Pastor Lies and murder over breakfast like this, y'all. Actually, if it was up to me, I beat their ass like a hawk. I hate these demons out here, yo. It don't make no sense. So, to the two people watching, you know I say, I mind my business so your business don't mind me.
The people business alone. The people business and mind your own. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I said believe.
Alright, and with that being said, hopefully we could do this again on another upload, live, and or premiere. I will see you guys in a little while. Until then,
Let's do it again.
and like I always like to tell the devil, I got
Cause I'm gonna
time
keep it
today,
real. I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangsta I was, nigga. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz.
y'all, was it freezing up or did it play good for y'all? Nuri B, yes. Thank you. All right, guys. This is how I try to give it up over here. I think I improved myself a little bit. If you go back in time to some of my damn videos, they will. If you go back in time and have a flashback, some of my damn videos was horrendous. Y'all go ahead and subscribe. Play that again. I want you right here. Y'all subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1K, guys. It's free. If y'all share my video, tell people about me. I don't bite. I'm not the devil. I ain't no worse than other people you support on these YouTube streets. And it is what it is, y'all. That's all I have, and that's all I can say for now. Again, may God bless you, keep you, make his face to shine upon you. Let his conscience be on you. Let his shalom peace rest in you. And to the two people watching,
Oh, shine your light, oh so bright.
All right, guys, in 30 seconds, we out. Thank you, Nori B. It's one thing to get on here and bump your gums, but I always thought YouTube was about creativity, and I have stepped up my game. I have gotten a little bit more creative with my gifts and things like that, but I just don't want, when I talk about God, I get on here and just talk. But doing these kind of videos right here, I love the extras. I love, going over the top a little bit. I don't like to see content creators get on here, just turn their camera on, have no effects, it's not fair to the rest of us who spend 2-3 hours trying to get this information, put together a good show, then come to you and we only get 2 people in our chat. When other people get, a little bit more than that on really just getting on, bumping their gums. They're not showing you what YouTube and being a content creator is really all about. So I hope I win the trust and the I hope I win y'all 2 votes out there that y'all will come over more often. See you later, Drew. Yep, we're going to do Sir King later on. Sir King, don't you take this shit personal. But I want them to know if this is you. I could have sent this information to other people, but I really don't vibe with other content creators like that. So why should I sit on it? When it'll make good content, and when y'all hear the voice, if you think Sir King voice is sexy, you're gonna be like, well, goddamn, King. But 569,000 viewers over there. I ain't gonna tell you what sector it's in yet, but I was like, oh my goodness. I'll share all that with you guys later on. God bless you and have a great day. Peace.